This is Bev, and welcome to the Path of Currency. Today's video I have the results from 400 maps of zero investment. So I ran these maps. They were Jungle Valley and Beach maps, and I ran them with just an alchemy orb for investment, but I made those back during the map. So basically, the only investment cost was basically the maps, because I ran 400 maps and I sustained 370 maps back. So it's like a 30 map cost investment. As for my passive tree, I am not Wandering Path and I am not Grand Design. And this is because I wanted the big nodes and the small nodes. So I was going to do Wandering Path actually, but I figured the Light of Dawn was too strong, because if you get a altar right at the start, and it has a good mod that's really good compared to that not happening, so that's why I went with mixed strategy. Additionally, I'm fully spec'd into Harvest. It is the only league mechanic that I interacted with during these 400 maps. Harvest was really strong and it was almost a quarter of the profit. So I would pretty much recommend doing Harvest. The only other league mechanic thing I was spec'd into was Trial of Glory, and this node will make your Labyrinth Trials sometimes give an offering that is worth a lot more, and this is visible in the map when it happens, so you don't have to run all the trials, you can just run the good ones. For example, if I got Trial of Burning Rage and it was improved, I would not run it because Trial of Burning Rage takes forever and I hate it. So I mostly just skip Burning Rage if it was improved. Other than that, I ran them. And that is about it for my tree. I'm blocking almost everything except Harvest. And I'm taking some shrines because they basically take no time and they help me grind the map fast. I actually had leftover points. I didn't know where to spend them because I didn't really want to invest in any other league mechanic. Alright, so I can get into the profits right now. So from the 400 maps, I dropped 468 Awakened Sextant, which is pretty decent. I also dropped around 126,000 yellow life force. The way I did Harvest was that I skipped any plot that wasn't yellow, and I only did yellow plots if they had a tier 3 plant or a tier 4 plant. And then you see I have some blue and purple here. This is because if they had a boss, I would also do the boss. So this is the currency tab that I bought for this project. You can see that I got around 800 chaos, 2 divines, 3 exalts. These are just natural drops. I did get the annulment altar twice, so I have 17 annulment. And you can see most of the currency here is just from what the altar gives. So like the orb of unmaking is from red altar, the gem cutters are from red altar. So I guess this is kind of what you could expect over a long run. A spread of currency. I have a lot of things hidden on my filter as well. Like I don't have instilling orb, but those aren't worth very much nowadays. In terms of the embers, I got 170 grand embers and almost 400 greater. And here is everything else that I dropped. So it's mostly just the main things here are the incandescent invitation and then my improved labyrinth gifts. So I got 3 gifts and 3 dedications and 1 tribute, which is kind of lucky because tribute is the worst one. I dropped 3 Sacred Blossoms, which is the Harvest Ball. And I dropped a whole lot of memories. I dropped 11 memories in total. These memories are worth around 8 divines. Notably because the memory of the Harvest Beast is worth almost that much by itself. That's kind of how it goes with memories. It's like basically get Einhar memory or you make no money. So one thing to notice about memories is it's a % chance to drop off any monster in the map. And quantity does not affect memories at all. So the only way to get memories is actually to run a lot of maps, which is why I have so many memories. There's a lot of div cards in here, but they're mostly trash, so I'm just not going to count any div card. I did not drop any high value div cards from the altar, like no apothecary, no doctor. Even though I clicked all the jewelry altar, I was interested to see if that would happen. It seems like it's pretty rare, which is to be expected. You can open up my spreadsheet. And you can see that the cost total was around 105 chaos for an initial investment of 30 maps. And this should sustain you for the entire duration. You could get unlucky. I guess you might need to buy a few more maps, or you could get lucky and not even need to buy more. This brings us to a cost per map of less than a quarter of a chaos. So basically 0 investment map. I have my revenue listed here. This is all of the notable items, and there's a bunch of fluff that I didn't include, but that's fine. We don't need that fluff anyway. So the most expensive thing was the yellow life force. So I would say Harvest was definitely worth it. And then obviously you have our sextants, which is what I'm farming for basically with the red altar. And then also the incandescent invitations, which is around 12 divine. Everything else is kind of a misc or gumball. So there's nothing huge to say about it. Totally, I've made 85 divines over these 400 maps, and I could run each map in around 2 minutes, which gives us a divine per hour of around 6.3 divines per hour. I have this program here called Exile Diary, and that's how I got my time per map. So it took me around 13 hours to run all 400 of these maps, And you can see the profit here is not completely accurate, so you don't have to worry about the prices. But this is just for my time. That's how I obtained it. It's about 2 minutes per map. This is a map tracking software. So yeah, that's just the time. I will do a full video on Exile Diary later. It is currently in development to be updated for more support. So once the finished version is out, I will do a complete overhaul on that tool. But as of right now, it's currently not completely finished. So that is about it for the strategy. I'm going to try this again, but I'm going to do some more investment to see if it is worth investing into these maps or not. But I know a lot of people have been asking for something where they don't have to do any shopping really. You know, you just put your map in and go. So that is what this was. Thanks for watching and peace. Here is what an example map looks like.
Oops, clumsy me.
I love the initial OBS lag. My PC is really hurting. Alright, so we got a sextant altar on the first node, which you always love to see. I'll just run back here to make sure any packs didn't spawn back. It's kind of annoying how the packs work. But yeah, there's not too much to say about this, you know, I just run through the map, loot the sextant, and then go again. So there's the trial. If it's shining, you can tell it's a good trial, but that one's not shining, so we don't care about that one. Alright, that was a rather depressing map. We got on the first altar and got 2 sextants, but a half. I believe with higher investment, that should be a lot better than what it was. So I'm excited to see what the higher investment looks like. Stay tuned for that. Alright, peace.